Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Episode 17. Yes, sir. Episode 17. Yes, sir. Just waiting on my boy to jump on this bitch, man.
What's
Yes, sir.
going
Yes,
on?
sir. That's what I'm talking about. I love when y'all be on point. I love talking about, man. So what are we doing here today? Today it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. What's today? April
22nd? Something like
22nd.
that?
Yeah. April 22nd. You know what I'm saying? Today is the 17th episode of Fusion Radio Uncut. So we 17 of them things in. You know what I'm saying? We 17 things in, and we're gonna keep it pushing, man. So who do we have on Fusion Radio Uncut today? You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest, man. All our guests be special, you know what I'm saying? But this another special guest, you know what I'm saying? We got my boy live in the building, on live with us right now. You know what I'm saying? Mr. TRA. How you doing, my brother? How you feeling today?
I am feeling great, dude. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing amazing, man. Whenever I get a chance to do this show, whenever I get a chance to bump heads with you amazing artists and just get a chance to chop it up with y'all and stuff like that, it's always an amazing day for me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hell yeah.
I gotta bring that energy, gotta bring that vibe for you, you know what I'm saying? Because from my understanding, this your first time being on Fusion Radio in general, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta
hmm
show you how we get down on Fusion Radio, you know what I'm saying? Even though this the uncut version, you know what I'm saying? It's
hmm
still the same, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different, but it's still the same though, you feel me? We still
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
rock out. We still gonna promote you. We still gonna talk about your whole movement and everything you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So first, I want to definitely thank you for chopping it up with me. You feel me? Reaching out, trying to get you an interview and stuff like that. Because
hmm
one thing I always try to tell you, one thing I always try to tell my artists and stuff like that, or just different guests that come on the show, like, yeah, y'all on my platform, you know what I'm saying? But without y'all, I wouldn't have a platform, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to thank you for reaching out, setting up this interview and stuff like that. And you feel me? Just giving me a little bit of your time, you know what I'm saying? Because you could have been talking to anybody right now, but you're talking to me, you know what I'm saying? So I
hmm
definitely appreciate that, man. So first, to get your interview started off, man, you know what I'm saying? I want you to start off from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So when I say the beginning, I want you to start off like just tell us a little bit about like who you are as a person first. You know what I'm saying? Before we transition and get into you as an artist. So just tell us a little bit about like where you grew up at, how you was raised, and like how you ended up becoming the man that you are today.
Yeah. I'm from Rochester, Minnesota, so small town Minnesota. I grew up with two sisters, so that definitely shaped like just how I am as a person. I mean, I've always been someone that's like wanting to be creative. Building Legos, watching movies. I used to make YouTube videos like a lot. Um, And I actually started doing YouTube stuff in like 2013 when I was like in seventh grade or something. And I found music in like 2018. I just really fell in love with it. And I went to school for film and photography in Milwaukee. And yeah, I've just honestly, I've just wanted to do art and be creative as long as I can remember.
Mm. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So like tell me a little bit about like, I'm from Chicago, you know what I'm saying? I'm not familiar with the area. I'm not familiar with the state, you know what I'm saying? So like just tell me a little bit about like the music scene out there though, you know what I'm saying?
And like honestly, I didn't get tapped in too much to the music scene out there. By the time I started making music, I was already leaving high school, and I went to school in Milwaukee. So I kind of tapped into more with the music scene in Milwaukee. And what my goal is kind of now going forward, like I have my first show in my hometown this Saturday, and
Mm.
I'm really trying to like put myself on the map and put my like smaller city like on the map in that and tap in with some people there because I know there's talented artists that just don't get that recognition like Minneapolis or St. Paul, like bigger cities in Minnesota would get. So I want to have like a presence in Minnesota, especially just being my home state. I lived there for 18 years. But I moved to Chicago to kind of pursue um, just the arts in general with the film and just the music scene that's here. It's just like, it's still in the Midwest. I'm still close to home. I'm still 5 hours away from home. So it's Milwaukee was great and Chicago's just been awesome. So, I mean, I guess answering your question, I haven't tapped in too much the music scene there, but there are some talented ass artists there. So
That's what I'm talking about, my boy. So a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So talk to me a little bit about like when did the music actually come into fruition though? Like was it something that was always there, you just never tapped into it, or was it something like that kind of you blossomed into over time?
definitely more blossom into overtime. I feel like I started making music as a joke. Like I was like, I wrote like comedy rap because I thought it was funny, and I did it with just some of my like best friends growing up. And then I made like one song like my senior year of high school. I was like really trying to like get the mix down, get the beat down, like really spending lots of time just like writing. And I kind of felt like it allowed me to express myself in a way that like I couldn't do with like making a vlog or like making a YouTube video. Like it really helped me like get out some of those emotions I just feel like I couldn't get out anywhere else. And that's really where music really like took off for me. So I'd say like 2020, 2021, somewhere around there, I started really taking it seriously and like putting a lot of effort into like perfecting it, getting the mixes down, getting those beats down, and then I just kept growing and growing and growing. Like everything I've released, like has gotten better, at least in my opinion, gotten better since the last thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm always just trying to do better than I did in the last project. And it's that personal growth that really like keeps me like going. Um, with that specifically. But yeah, I'd say like 2021, I feel like I really started to like hone in on like really making some like moves to try to like tap in with people and stuff.
So listening to you speak and stuff like that, it sounds like, if I'm not mistaken, like you make beats also too though.
I don't actually.
Mm.
Um, when I was making music, like before, I was finding like free for profit beats. Like I was spending no money on it because I just wanted to like improve my like writing ability and like make a story within that. And I just also just broke, in college broke. And like now like I would love to be able to produce. I just feel like I just like I I it's really on the agenda in the future, but I feel like right now I just don't have like the will to go out and just like it just seems overwhelming right now. So I'm kind of in that like my last project was all BeatStars beats, and then I'm trying like I know producers and I'm working on stuff with some producers right now, but that would be definitely something I want to do in the future for sure.
For sure, my boy, for sure, for sure, for sure. So let me ask you this. So one person I definitely wanted to bring up, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend too much time on like talking about him because this is your interview, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely wanted to bring bro up though because in some type of way I believe that he was the one who told you about us, you know what I'm saying? So and the person that I'm talking about is Young Swing Sinatra, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So I just and like just me being friends with him and like seeing the interaction with you guys and stuff like that, it seemed like y'all make music together and y'all homies and y'all kicking and stuff like that. I just
Definitely.
wanted you to break down that relationship a little bit and like your musical relationship as far as like how y'all work together and like how did that whole relationship come about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, he's like such a dope artist. I'm blessed to have met him because he's just been nothing but supportive and he's so talented and he's just always tapping in with people, making sure people are good. Like he's one of those people that you just really want to keep around because he's just one of those good people. And I the first time I ever met him, or I think the first time I ever saw him, he was performing with one of my homies, the Third. They were doing like
I know the
they were
third.
doing like
Yeah, I
and
know the
he's
third.
been on Fusion Radio too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Um, they were doing a show, and I saw Swing perform, and I was like, this guy's really good. And then I think after that, we followed each other on Instagram or something like that. And then he came to my show to support another artist I work a lot with, Wendy. And after that, then he was like, "Yo, I want you on my album. Like, let's work together." So we got in the studio and we just chopped it up, and it was just fun. And he's just great to work with, and he kind of gets me in that mode where I'm like, "Oh, I gotta write some shit because he's on his shit. I gotta be on my shit," which is just like it's like good competitiveness. I like that. Um, and uh, and then yeah, he's doing films and stuff. We're trying to do a music video for our song that just dropped last week actually. Um, but he's tapping in with some of that film stuff too. So I mean, definitely projects in the future. Him featuring on my stuff, me featuring on his stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, he's just one of those cool people I've just met over the last 2 years or so I've lived here.
Mm. Okay, so that's another thing I wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? With this transition and you moving to Chicago, like, first I wanted to know, like, why, like, Chicago? Out of all the places you could have went to, like,
Mm-hmm.
why Chicago? And I mean, like, because I know you moved. I wouldn't say it was strictly because of the music, but I know the music played a big part in that too, though. So, like, if that's the case, why come to Chicago, knowing like Chicago music scene isn't like Atlanta or LA or New York or something like that? Then I also want to know like what some benefits that you have gained from coming to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So basically on some like what was the whole idea and purpose of coming to Chicago, and like what's some things that you learned and benefited from coming to Chicago?
Yeah. I mean, when I was in Milwaukee, I mean, Milwaukee's like an hour and a half from here, so it's like that was part of the reason I moved. But I wanted to go to a big city without having to move to LA or New York. I felt like those two places just don't like. It's just not really my personality, not for me. Um, I also wanted to like save a little bit of money, and those two places are just like crazy expensive. That I just it was like I'm gonna go broke in less than a year. And I knew people in Chicago, so that kind of helped too. Like I had a little bit of base in that. I wanted to stay near my friends, but a lot of it was like I knew the kind of stuff that was being made here, and it wasn't just music. Like I know the drill scene here is big, and it has been for some time. And obviously, that's not the kind of music I make, but I I knew that like if Milwaukee had a music scene that I could kind of experiment with, I knew that Chicago was going to have something like 5 times the size of that. I'm going to find people that I know that I'm going to connect with, and that's honestly really what I have. Like I've found a good group of people that are talented, that work their ass off, that make great music, that make great content, and we've been pushing ourselves for 2 years and really like getting into that. And I've never found like a community before moving to this city, and I found like so many people since living here, like more than I've found in the last like what 5 6 years I've been making music. I haven't found like a crew of people that were willing to help me with these things. Help me just like record a music video, or get me into the studio, or help me find someone to feature on my tracks or something like that. Like I found a lot of that in the city, and I wanted to really just like put myself into the city. And then also with the film stuff too, because I went to school for film, and I know that there's lots of just that here. It's a big city, and I think it's underrated, and I would love to be able to like contribute to the putting Chicago on the map. You know what I mean? Like putting it on the map for not just one genre of music or one genre of film or TV or whatever. Like I want to be able to put that in like there's a lot of people that are making different stuff in this city that we're just not seeing. You know what I mean?
I
So
swear to
we're just
God,
as good
like,
as LA, Atlanta, and New York. It's just about like finding those people. You know what I mean?
and see, I'm glad that you touched on that, bro, because it's like I think that's one thing that a lot of people like when it comes to like Chicago, bro. It's like this whole stigma with the drill wave. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong, the drill music, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But it's like basically what I'm trying to say is the drill music scene is so big, it kind of overshadows everything else that goes
Exactly.
on in Chicago
Mm-hmm.
because, bro, it's some talented, it's other talented artists that don't make drill music in
Right.
Chicago. Like,
Exactly.
and it's a
Yeah.
lot of them though. Like, it's a
Hmm.
lot of them. Like, a lot of them underground too though. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like even that though, in a sense, like when you think about it, like the underground music scene in Chicago is like way bigger than people really understand though. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, and that's one
Definitely.
thing I've been seeing and noticing over my little tenure of being a part of Fusion Radio. You know what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, I didn't talk to some names, you know what I'm saying? I didn't got a chance to interview some people with like some clout, if you want to say it like that, or some type of name, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I really didn't interview a lot of underground artists. And I swear to God, a lot of these underground artists is cold. They just need the right audience and the right chance, and I swear they'll take off. Like I
No,
swear.
yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Like I'm looking at some of these artists, like how have you not broke, like if anyone could, if it's just, it's really just about like finding that audience. Like if those people could hear what you're making or see what you're doing, and it was on a platform that like a lot of people could see. Like I feel like these people are just as talented as people that are like have a million followers on Instagram or something like that. You know,
Exactly.
whatever it means. But like, yeah, there's definitely so many talented people here that I've met. Just crazy.
For sure, my boy. So I know the people that's watching and the people that's gonna watch this on the replay and stuff like that. I know they thinking like, man, I know they've been chopping it up for a little minute and stuff like that. When we gonna get a chance to hear some of my boy music, man? So you send me two songs. You send me two songs, and the first song is called "The Realest Alive," and the second song is called "Dizzy." You know what I'm saying? So out of those two songs that you send me, which one you want to play on Fusion Radio first?
Let's do Realist Alive. Sound first.
The Realest Alive. So I kind of heard this song, but me personally, I feel like you have to hear music like kind of like multiple times to really get a song and really like understand the song. So I heard this song before, but I want to see how it hit me in this you feel me state of mind and how I'm feeling
Yeah.
right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
before we actually listen to the realest alive, just give me a small little backdown, like a breakdown of what was you going for, what was your message, and like what you was trying to do with this specific track.
I feel like this was like my first love letter to Chicago. I made like 60 demos my first year living here, just like walking the streets, getting inspiration. It was just like a great, something I've never experienced before, moving to a new spot or whatever. And so this song, well, first of all, The Realist Alive is like TRA, The Realist Alive. It's also my initials, but I wanted to kind of have that as like The Realist Alive, like TRA or whatever. So that was part of it. And then that's just the name. But then um, like the actual song is just like it really is just like a love letter to Chicago, talking about like how I feel, like like what we've been talking about. Like I'm putting in this work and I feel like I'm not getting that recognition that I feel like I deserve for this music. And this was kind of like my like punch, like here we go, this is what I can do. These are the different things I can sing, I can rap, I can do whatever. So that's kind of where I have with this song.
That's what I'm talking about, my boy. So we finna go ahead and get into it, man. So what we finna listen to right now, this that TRA, the realest alive. So
Let's
y'all
do
let me know how y'all feeling about this joint, man. Drop some fire emojis or something in the chat. You feel me? Let me know how my boy coming, man.
Hey, you and me are not the same. It's like major difference, like major ignorance. Coming from the background, never back down. Don't know how to act now. It's a new town, new rules. Walk around, no shiny shoes. Every day a new school. Got the cool kids making news now, making moves now. Yeah, doing what I choose now. Can't lose now. Like Chicago got this spot for me. Don't bother me. It ain't hard to see progress when you're looking through the glass of a new test. I'm a living life without regrets. No less the best of all. The realest alive. It takes time. Look me in the eyes. It's more than provided. It's more than provided. And wondering how I'll be thriving in 20 years. Thinking back to the many years. Broke down signs in the cornfield. Rise in the summertime. Miles from a never take time. In the wintertime. Took it to the sunrise. Keeping in my life. My life. My life. Keeping in my life. Way too busy, busy in his pretty with a little out too many face, but the wind still chilly. Yo, came in made it way more chilly down. Keep it back, but it's still down. Hit me now, couple months of Mississippi, get the drippy season, got dizzy on the track. Get you back if you in the background of a messing that you lack. We can make a lot of hundreds if you just give me minutes on the clock now. Get me on the top now, top down to the back roads. Can't stop now, I'm a local legend now. If you wanna face with me, it's gonna be a little fast now. Don't make sense now, don't got the fence now. Don't got the, don't got the.
Man. Hey, you know it'd be so crazy, bro. I swear to God, like it be moments like this that make me appreciate what I do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
it be like, bro, I be listening to y'all music, bro, and I be like, damn, like, basically, cause see, I make music myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you checked out my personal page or
No,
nothing.
I didn't know you made music. What's your Spotify? Do you have Spotify?
Yeah, I got Spotify. Yeah, I got Spotify. It's
No,
called
that's amazing.
you can look me up. It's called 9300 Baby. So 9300 and then baby BABY. You know what I'm saying? So, but basically, it's like, bro, I'll be on this show and I'll be listening to y'all music, bro, and it should be so cold. Like this, how I know this should be cold because it be like after y'all stop rapping. I come straight in, like I come straight in, like with some shit that, like if I was on this, like if I was going, I come straight in with some shit because it'd be like, bro, I don't know. It's like I didn't got to the point in my career personally, like it's not even so much the beat no more. It's damn near like me type shit. Like it's
Yeah,
how I'm
yeah.
feeling. Like I ain't gonna say like I could just rap on anything. I'm just the coldest motherfucker ever. I ain't even gonna cap you down like that. I ain't gonna do it like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
confident in my ability though. You get what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
done got to
yeah.
the point in my career. It's like if I put my mind to it, like that specific song right there, the realest alive. You know what I'm saying? If I had time to really sit down and write what I'm feeling and like really jot my ideas down at like cause it be to the point where, bro, I don't know if it's like this with you, like when you be creating your music and stuff like that, but it be like sometimes I be having so many ideas and so many things I want to say in my brain, but
Mhm.
like sometimes I be having to sit down and write it out a certain type of way for it to come out the way I want it to. You know what I'm saying? Cause like
Yeah.
I could just spit it off the top of my dome, but like it ain't gonna hit like how it would if I wrote this shit down and really
Right.
got it concrete like how I really want to. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Definitely.
So even like with just saying that right there, just talk to me a little bit about like your process as far as like how you make your music. You know what I'm saying?
hmm I mean, I make most of my music in like I got my little home studio here. Nothing too big,
That's
just
up.
a nice little space. Um, and I write all my stuff, and I try to. I mean, I write better by myself. I just like feel like it's like music has always kind of been that personal thing for me. So like, I could do it in the studio. I just like it. Just sometimes it takes me a while. Like if I really am like in the middle of some like if I'm writing something and I'm just like I can't get this next line, I'll take a break and I'll come back to it tomorrow, next week. Like I don't rush those lines because I feel like they'll come when they come. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like I don't want to force it unless it needs to be like something that needs to be done quickly. You know what I mean? And normally that's not the case. Like I'm setting these timelines for myself. Like I can take my time with these, but then sometimes like I'll just flow and I'll just get like that whole song done in an hour. But that doesn't happen very often. Like I like to take my time with it, especially if I'm trying to be like conscious with like what I'm talking about. Um,
Exactly.
it's just some like demo, like if I'm just having fun with it, like maybe it'll be a little less pressure. But I mean, usually I'm like I'll take breaks and then I'll come back to it. And I'm like, damn, this is harder than I remember. And then some days I'll just like pick it up and I can just go for hours. It just depends.
No, it definitely do depends. That's what I'm saying. Like, cause that's why I said like the whole part of like when it came to me, like it all depends on like how I'm feeling and what type of time I'm on. Cause it'd be like how you just said, it be those days or those certain tracks where you could fuck around and probably freestyle the whole thing or run right through it. Or then
Mm-hmm.
it be them days or those certain tracks where you gotta really take your time and go bar for bar and really take your time and really got down what you're trying to say. Cause it
Mm-hmm.
again, it all depends on what kind of track you're trying to make too though. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely understand what you mean about that, man. So talk to me a little bit like about like doing shows and stuff like that. You've been doing shows and getting yourself out there and stuff like that.
I've been trying as much as I can. It's hard to get booked, man. Like if you don't know the in email, like it is hard to find a venue to play at. Like we did Bourbon on Division, Wendy and I, and Fidel opened for us, which is cool. But we did that in November, and we took a little bit of a break and then tried to get back into it. We couldn't really get anybody. I really want to do Sub T, and I want to do Reggie's at some point when I'm here. Just because those are just legendary venues, and I just that's just a me thing. But I got booked at in my hometown, which is sick, and I've really been trying to build my stage presence and just being more comfortable on stage. Like when I was in Milwaukee's when I did my open mics, and then I got booked in a few different shows, but they're like showcases. And as much as I appreciate the showcases, like I feel like it's really hard to understand an artist when you can only hear like two or three songs from them, and then like the only people that are in the crowd are like other artists. Now I think like those things are great for starting, and you get like good connections and you're networking with people. I love that. But like for me, like I wanted to do like I made all the visualizers for my show because I have like a background in video editing and videography. So like I wanted to have that be part of my set, and I wanted to kind of build my own show, and I really want to continue doing that in the city, expanding to different states, maybe to Milwaukee, maybe to more in Minnesota and stuff like that. Kind of get those 3 states, branch out to Michigan in the future. This is all just like in the future, but like I want to start building in the city first, getting these great venues. Like I want to do Cold Bar. There's a few other venues I just can't think of off the top of my head that I really want to go at. But I love being on stage, man. I mean, right before I go on stage, I'm always a little nervous, but after like 30 seconds of that first song, I'm just like, I'm in it. I have my set down. I know my songs. It's just time to have fun, and I just love it. I love it.
That's what I'm talking about, my boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. After that first song, I'm low key kind of thirsty to hit some more. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, let's run it, dude.
you know what I'm saying. So like this second song we got is called Dizzy. You know what I'm saying. So before we actually get into Dizzy and listen to it, just tell me a little bit about like what's the reason of calling it Dizzy? What was the whole you know what I'm saying, makeup of this song? Matter of fact, tell me a little bit about like what the studio vibe was like when you put this song together. You know what I'm saying? Like what type of mind frame you was in when you actually recorded this song Dizzy.
I made Dizzy. I wrote the first verse, and then I wrote a second verse I didn't love, and I sat on the track for a long time. And then the person who actually opened for my show in November, talented artist Fidel, he's out here just doing shit all the time. Super talented guy. I was like, dude, I feel like you'd be really good on this song. So I brought him out to this little studio here, and we recorded it here. He played me like, I was like, I don't know what to do for a hook, and he's like, wait, I got something, and he just starts writing something quick down. I'm like, we need to record this immediately. So I set up the mic, and I mean, it's not ideal in here to record. Like, it's echoey a little bit. But we recorded it in here, and, we smoked a little bit afterwards, and we're just listening to it, and we're like, this is fucking sounding great. And then we got to perform it live at my show, which was awesome. And you just get to see a little bit of, I wanted to give him, like, the hook and the verse. I couldn't come up with a hook, but also because like I really wanted to show like he does more than just rap. Like he can sing a little bit. He's got that R&B vibe. So I really wanted to showcase just a little bit of something different on my song. So this collaboration was like a long time coming. I'm super happy with that product.
For sure, man. So we finna go and get into it, man. So this that TRA Dizzy. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this.
Driving out the windy city, rolling dice, cruising down the Mississippi City night. All I got aside, need some advice, smoke advice, might kick it down, let's leave it on. Don't get appalled like House and Katie's, bought a house shit from that 80s, okay? Dismissal of the motherfuckers that ain't never looking at the full potential of a magic, making with a bitter flavor when he cut it deeper than the surface level, like a ton of razors, he's paper cutter, but the bloody leave you straight clear, cause he's sitting on 7 degree, reading in the deep, but never hide the heat, like a fucking misdemeanor, like you won't believe it. These are the things that lead you to better days, little city of mine on a busy days, fucking candy plenty, finally getting great, from me on the road, from me on the space, the world remains in a world full of poverty, honestly, I can't really complain. Yeah. I ain't got the time. Flying down to 90 with no windows down the drive. If you want that, taste me, you can live, let's get live. Get the hell on, get the hell on. I ain't got the time. Flying down to 90 with no windows down the drive. If you ain't had the taste me, you can live, let's get live. Get the hell on. Give me love, give me hate, but I'm handed it both. I'm a serve at home, can't cook in the back, cause I'm still proud my folks. Take the toast, cause niggas are willing to keep chillin' with peace. Yeah, that nigga be me, and if you feel the way that you get away, please give me 6 feet. Yeah, that video you drop lit, it's a cold feel, but it's a 4 point out of 9. I'm here for all my cold shit, not cold switch. The essence of your work is rise a childish endure. Gets to lose when arguments and gets the killing you do. All the really do fucking sorrow, the way you screw. And who your message is cool. It's like a letter with no meaning, yeah, the curse is cool. But if your words ain't adding up, then it's gon' leave you confused. Hope I ain't leave you confused. I know you process it a little slower like a fool. This is school. Tie up your shoes, keeping the heart you like a kid. Reach terrible tools, fucking fool. I ain't got the time. I ain't got tonight with no windows down the drive. If you ain't got the baby, you get it up, it's the life. Get the hell on, get the hell on. I ain't got the time. I ain't got tonight with no windows down the drive. If you ain't had the baby, you get it up, it's the life. Get the hell on, get the hell on.
Get the hell on. Get the hell on.
It's catchy, dude.
I like that guitar in there.
I know, dude. I was just gonna say that. That's like one of my favorite parts of that song is the guitar.
Like, I be trying to tell people, like, I done got to the point, bro. It's like sometimes I just listen to beats just to listen to beats, bro. You know,
Yeah,
like I don't even gotta necessarily rap on them. Like I might say a little one, two, but like I ain't really listening to them just to like you feel me, make a song to them. It just be like sometimes it's kind of therapeutic. You know what I'm saying to listen to
definitely.
because I'm not just listening to the beat just to rap on it. I'm listening to the instruments. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so it's like it's I don't know, bro. Like I didn't went through different phases in my career as far as like appreciating music. You know what I'm saying? I didn't been in a situation where I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you didn't ever like when you're an artist and you get music taken away from you, it makes you kind of appreciate music a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
definitely, my boy. So talk to me a little bit, man. So talk to me about these future goals. You get what I'm saying? You told me a little bit about like future plans as far as like doing shows and stuff like that. But like, what's the future plans as far as like different tapes? You know what I'm saying? Different singles or like just different things in general you want to do in the future as far as like your career.
I mean, I feel like the rest of this year I want to stick with my like rap hip hop kind of thing. Before I released these tracks, I also did some indie and some alternative stuff, and I really enjoyed that. And I think after this year, I really want to develop that more. Like long term, I would love to perform with a band, like a drummer, lead guitar, bass drum, like saxophone, like dude, like that. Like my favorite thing is going to see indie bands, and that's like they're it's just like every time I see that, I'm like, that's what I want to do. Like, I want to be on stage, and that's like, I want to learn guitar, I want to learn piano, I want to do all these things. Um, but on top of that too, like I have my own like it's not an LLC, but it's like my production company, Archer Studios. It's my last name or my initials backwards forwards. And that's like I would love to develop that into like some sort of record label, but also like producing films. Like I just directed and wrote a short film that I just like did a whole like we did a whole like shoot a couple weeks ago, and that was fun. So I want to develop more of that, doing more films, especially when I release music, like having those kind of go side by side and kind of being known for that, just having that happen, like releasing a film with my music. But I just want to, I like pushing myself. When I get bored with doing something specific, like I'm going to get bored of making hip hop music and I'm like, all right, I want to do something else. I want to get good at something else. Like, I feel like there's only a certain, like, I like to push myself out of my comfort zone creatively to see what comes out of that. So definitely more films, definitely just growing Archer Studios. I want that to be like a hub where artists can connect as individual artists. So like having a space where people can work in and out of that space, or hire an engineer, hire a videographer, hire a video editor, but they're their own artists. They're just like working in a hub under Archer Studios. So it's not like that's my employee. That's an artist who just happens to use my space or use the space as a collaborative area. And that would be really cool to have just like a spot in Chicago or like another city or whatever. And that's far down the future. But that's kind of the goal, man. Like I really just want to like grow as an artist and just be like well rounded more than just music. Clothing, same thing. Like I want to get into clothing because I just love style and vibe. And man, what do I not want to do? Let's talk about what I not want to do. Like I feel like there's too many things.
Hey, no, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's say what I don't want to do.
Might be quicker to explain that.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I love that, bro. I love that you got goals. I love that you got ambition, bro. I wish that a lot of more people had goals and ambition for real,
Me
bro.
too.
Like, sometimes it just seems like a lot of people just here just to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you like, don't get me wrong. Me personally, I feel like if you on this earth, if you woke up today, I feel like you on this earth because you got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody who passed away yesterday and who done passed away whenever they passed away, they passed away because they didn't have a purpose on this earth no more. You know what I'm saying? So if God give you the opportunity to wake up tomorrow, that means you still have a purpose on this earth. So the fact that you know what you want to do and you got some type of plan, I love that for you, bro. I swear to God, I love that for you. Because I had to, you feel me, get to that point and learn what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand where you're coming from when you say what you say as far as like what you want to do with your music and what you want to do with you feel me, your business and stuff like that, as far as being having a production company, you know what I'm saying? Because that's amazing. So I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. We talked about a lot of great shit today. Like a
We
lot of,
did. Yeah, we did.
yeah, we talked about a lot of great shit today. So like I told you earlier, bro, I love doing this show mostly because yeah, I get the you feel me be a radio personality and stuff like that. I got my own platform, but it's really because bro, I get a chance to bump heads and talk to people that I probably would have never bumped heads and seen or probably even would have met in the streets. You get what I'm saying? So it's like to get a chance to meet you and stuff like that, bump heads with you, cause shit. You never know where you or me might be in the next 10 years, 5 years. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, shit, we both might be the next best thing in music. You know what I'm saying? In our
Hell yeah,
respective
dude.
lanes. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we might be able to look back on this Fusion Radio interview over IG Live and be like, damn, remember we was just two kids. I'm in my room in Chicago, you in your room in Chicago, we on IG Live and shit like that. Now we the biggest thing in music history or biggest thing in the music charts or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
never know. You get what I'm saying? Or it
You
might
know.
be shit. I might be some type of big ass radio personality, and you might have your production company might be shit. It might be up there with BT or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? MTV or one of those stations. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know where 10 years might take you. So you never know
Hell
what 2 months might take you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Definitely, dude.
For sure, my boy. So before we end this interview out, I need you to do two things for me. Two things before we end your interview out. You feel me?
All right.
The first thing I need you to do is you gotta get people all your social medias and stuff like that, so they could definitely follow you, get to your good music, tap into everything you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So I needed to do that first.
Okay. All right. Well, you can find me obviously Instagram TRA__music. That's the same on TikTok TRA__music. All streaming platforms, all caps TRA. A lot of times Spotify just kind of fucks you over and you can't find it. Apple Music, you don't have a problem with it. If you look up like TRA, like Get Nowhere Fast, or like TRA Dizzy, like one of my songs or whatever, or if you just go to my Instagram or socials, you can find it a lot easier there. I feel like Spotify and like the streaming services are just so saturated with artists. It's so hard to find smaller artists.
Man,
But yeah, I think that's all my social media. Just Instagram and TikTok are the most like, on. So that's where you can find me with updates and stuff like that.
for sure, my boy. And the second thing I need you to do is, before I let all my guests go, you know what I'm saying? I always ask for some type of piece of advice. You know what I'm saying? Like some type of piece of advice. So with you being an artist, you could give it to me in two different ways. You know what I'm saying? You could give me a personal piece of advice that you feel like people should just know in general, or you could give me a piece of advice that you feel like an artist should know. You know what I'm saying? Or you could give me both, but I need at least one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My motto for the last couple of years, and this is my slogan for Archer Studios, is do what you love. I think there aren't enough people in the world that do what they love, or that feel like they can't do what they love, like they have to settle for something else. Like obviously pay your bills, right? But like there's a certain part where like if you're unhappy doing what you don't like doing, then maybe you should try to find something that you do enjoy doing, and that will make you happier. Like I feel like I'm blessed that I have a job that I can pay the bills, but I can also do this a lot on the side, and that makes me incredibly happy. And I think that even if you're not pursuing an artistic career, or you're pursuing a certain career, whatever it is, doing what you love um, is just like the epitome of like why we're on earth, man. Like I feel like that's just like the most important thing. Finding out what you love doing, whatever it is, like go all in with it. You know what I mean? And take time out of your day. Like you don't know when you're gonna leave this earth, like you were saying. Like
No,
it's so
for real.
important to like spend each day like it's the last. Like what do you love doing? Do that every single day. Like try to do something that you love every single day. That's my advice.
I love that advice. I love that. I definitely do, because it's like one thing, and I'm gonna leave you with this, bro. It's great that you know what you love to do, bro. Cause there's a lot of people out here who don't have that, bro. Like us, it's not even so much that it's music for us, but it's like you said, it's the thing that we know for a fact we have, that thing that makes us happy. It's a lot of people out here, bro. I swear to God. They wake up every day miserable. They go to
Mm-hmm.
work, they pay their bills, they handle their business, but they don't have no happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have something to cling on to be like, okay, like if don't nothing else make me happy, this gonna make me happy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what music do for me. I think it do that same thing for you too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the fact that we have that, bro, you gotta cherish that, and you gotta like, you have to be appreciative to that, because it's like, bro, a lot of people don't have that. I swear to God, like they don't. Like it, like I said, it don't just gotta be music, just in general, just something to cling on to be happy. So the fact that you have that, my boy, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, this was episode 17 of Fusion Radio Uncut. That's thirsty. You feel me?
Yes,
So we
sir.
definitely brought the energy, man. We definitely had a great conversation, man. So I definitely want to thank you again for giving me a little bit of your time. You know what I'm saying? Let me chop it up with you. Let me get a chance to meet you and stuff like that. And we breaking down your movement and stuff like that. And whenever I get back in the studio, bro, I don't know when. I don't want to put a date on it. I don't want to say when I'm gonna do it or whatever the case may be. But whenever I get a chance to get back in a real studio, I gotta bring you in person, and we
We
gotta
gotta
be in
do it.
person and
It
stuff
has
like
to be
that.
done.
And we gotta do the real Fusion Radio, because this real Fusion Radio, but this Fusion Radio Uncut. This where I can really say what the fuck I want to say and do what the fuck I want to do. You get what I'm saying? But see, on Fusion Radio, you get what I'm saying? That's when we on the real radio and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and we got to keep it professional and do. But I like this too though. I like this too though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's this Uncut though. You get what I'm saying? Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get back to Fusion Radio. You get what I'm saying? Like Fusion
Definitely.
Radio. We ain't did Fusion Radio in a minute, but we gonna get back though, man. We gonna get back though. But I want you to stay blessed. I want you to continue to make that great music, man. I want you to continue to thrive in my city and continue to make connections and stuff like that. If you ever need any help or any, you feel me, just need to chop it up, whatever the case may be, you know, I'm for all the support. And if you got any other great artists that want to get an interview, that want to chop it up with me and stuff like that, get a chance to be highlighted on the platform and stuff, just send them my way. You know, we all about supporting
Will do.
peace and love here this way. You get what I'm saying? So without further ado, man, we finna go and close this interview out, man. And like I said, man, just be safe and keep doing your thing.
Definitely, man. Thank you so much. You asked great questions, and this was a great time. I'm glad we finally got to do this. This was awesome. Thank you.
For sure, my boy. Be safe.
You too. Peace.